Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be upgrading our thermal expansion machines and moving some things. Hopefully you guys are ready. Alright guys, so today we're going to go ahead and try and upgrade our thermal expansion machines and kind of actually make some more of them. I know that we are lacking in that department and we really need to get this up and running a little bit better so we can also process stuff a little bit faster. So, with thermal expansion, we have these upgrades. If we take a look at them, where are they at? Right here. So we have our hardening upgrade kits, and they keep going up in I guess, hardness. So we need to make Invar, and to make Invar in this pack, we can do pulverized iron and nickel to get Invar blend. I think there's other ways of doing it as well. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken. I'm not that familiar with this. It's right here. Oh, the Induction Smelter. That's the other way. So the Induction Smelter also works as well. And I think you can do the actual ingots. It looks like it has the pulverized versions. Yeah, you can do the actual ingots this way, which to me seems better. And to make an Induction Smelter, you need Invar to begin with. So we're going to be working with some of that. So let's go ahead and get us some iron and nickel. We actually have some nickel ore. And some pulverized nickel already. And we'll take some iron, because we're going to have to crush that down. Now, what I'm going to have to do is go over here into the configuration and disable these settings here. And disable them for this as well. So that way it'll keep our iron stuck in here, inside the pulverizer. So we don't have to worry about it. And we should get a few of this. I think I need two. Yeah, I need 2 pulverized iron for 1. And that'll give us 3 Invar blend, and we can go ahead and start getting that cooked up. So that way we can start getting some of this stuff done. Sweet. That'll give us 6. So we'll have a total of 6 Invar already made up, and I think that's really close to what we need for the Induction Smelter. The Induction Smelter requires Invar gears, so that's 8 Invar, 8, 9, 10. So 10 Invar. We can go ahead and make our gears and stuff for this. Alright, so I guess I'm going to have to craft that one manually. So let's go back to thermal expansion and start working again on that Induction Smelter. Oh, also we need to go ahead and pop this in here as well. I want to go ahead and get that popped in there. Alright, so Induction Smelter. This apparently needs to be crafted separately, most likely because of the chisel integration in here. So we need glass. And we're also going to need our iron. We're running a little low on. And we're also going to need, I think that's it actually. Induction Smelter, we need that gear, of course, that we made. So I'll grab that 10 gear. And we should be able to at least get this base up. Alright. There we go. The frame done. Okay. Looks like we're also going to need a bucket. And we're going to need this guy. Which all this stuff should be able to be made in here. It should not be an issue. There we go. And anything else? Invar gears we are currently working on. We only have 6 at the moment. But we can start making more now. Perfect. There we go. And that should be quite a bit now. At least for what we're working towards. There's always, of course, room for more, and I'll be crushing more of this nickel for later on. That is 8. That's enough to make those gears. And I think the gears are iron with Invar around them. Yes. Exactly what it is. And there's our last remaining piece of Invar. And we should be able to make the Induction Smelter now. Bam! Induction Smelter made. Okay, so I'm planning on moving my equipment up here. I think this will be a good idea. So I'll move the Induction Smelter here. And I'm also going to need to move everything else up there as well. So this should not be that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and take all this and move it up. Alright, so I moved everything and I got my XNet cables hooked up to these three guys here. So all that's left is configuring the XNet and making sure that everything is set up. So first things first is setting up power. So I do know all these need to be set to insert. And that way they all have power. And they should be receiving power. This guy is just now receiving some power here. And then we also need to configure them a little bit differently. So at the moment, if I put something in the Pulverizer, I can set it up to automatically go into the redstone furnace here. So what I want is I want to put ore into this chest and go into the redstone furnace. That's my goal. So let's go ahead and set that up. Let's make sure that this chest here is recognized and set to export. So this chest right here is, I guess this is the chest. Let's see, what's our coordinates? 6, 5. Okay. 6, 5. It is 18. Yeah, it's 6, 5. Something, or 6, 4, I think is what it is. That's what I'm looking for. Just make sure that that is the chest, which I'm pretty sure it is. The only one on the list. Yes, it is. Okay, so we don't need this to get power. I think it's just set up because that's what block used to be there. What we do need to do is, I'm going to try and set up a new network for this. Alright, and then we're going to set this to a extract. And then we can filter this later. But for right now, I'm not too worried about what it's actually going in there. I just want it to automatically extract whatever goes in there and put it inside the Pulverizer. Now let's pull out this Pulverizer right here, Thermal Expansion Pulverizer. And we'll set this to insert and make sure that's set up correctly, which it looks like it is. Okay, so that's set up, and this should automatically work. Alright, now it's just left to configuring the top section. So we'll have to turn this configuration on. So set that to auto input, and set that to auto input as well. And then we're going to need our sides to be configured. So our input does not need to be this side, it needs to be the double. Oh, somebody just subscribed. Needs to be this section right here, the orange. So that way both of these get input into here. Alright, and then this section, I guess we can set the bottom to the orange, because it's going to be the output. Also, the bottom probably needs to be blue, because that's where stuff is going to be inputted, or input into here. Alright, so this guy is totally different. I'm not going to really worry about hooking him up quite yet, because this is going to be stuff to do later on with automation. But for right now, these are working just fine. I should be able to eventually set this up to work separately. Maybe have a separate chest that I use. So I can put a chest like right here and have this chest be the chest that throws items in here. Alright, so now that we have this set up, I want to pull items from here and put them into this chest as well. So that'll be, well, actually no, I probably need another chest. Let's get a separate chest. We'll actually name this one, because if we don't, we'll get them mixed up. So we'll set that to the output chest. We'll come down here and we'll find our output chest. This one right here. So what we need to do is we need to find our thermal expansion furnace. Set this to extract. And then have it insert. Where's it at? Thermal expansion, and have it insert into this chest. Now, I don't know if there's a way to match these up. I know there's priorities. So, like, if I can't set a priority on the extract. Amount in the destination inventory to keep. I can't change that. I was thinking maybe these colors have something to do. Aside from which to operate. Priority. Yeah, I wonder. Oh, this changes your GUI style. Okay. Open manual. Okay. I wonder if there's a way to set up the channels, though. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. But this should work anyways. Because it shouldn't automatically start putting it into here. I don't think. We can try it. Let's look at some iron ore. Let's grab our iron ore. And let's try this. Put this into our input chest. Okay. And it automatically put it into this. So I think what I need to do is on this section here, make sure that the priorities are set a little bit differently. So this input will be priority 1. And then the output chest will be priority 2. And that should solve our problem. So we're figuring out new things. Alright, maybe it has to be, maybe it's opposite. I think higher numbers, that's probably what it is. The higher the number of priority, the better. So I'll set this to 2. And set this to 1. And now let's try it. Now it's working. Okay, and this channel does not extract or anything. So it should automatically go over here to be processed. Right? Make sure all of our settings... Oh, this setting is wrong. We need to set that to... Set that to the orange. Like so. And then this side needs to be set to the blue. We can disable this. There we go. And this needs to be set to the orange. And then they should end up, hopefully, in this chest. Oh, it seems like it's just going in a loop. See, that's what I was worried about. Okay. So how to solve this problem? Let's take a look. Let's try and figure this out. Alright, so if we have it on the same channel, I guess we can't have it on the same channel. That's probably going to be an issue. So we're running out of channels. That's an issue. That's a problem. So what I can do is, I guess, for every filter, I can prevent certain items from going in. So on this filter, I can prevent this from going back into the system, and thus we won't get this problem anymore. So if I throw this into here to be smelted, I shouldn't have to worry about whatever comes back out. I shouldn't have to worry about it going back in here. But it's still doing it. Okay. I think it's blacklist is what I need to do. I whitelisted it is what I did. Ah, yeah, it needs to be blacklisted. There we go. Now it won't do that. Okay, so it's pulling them out and ended up putting them back over here. Okay, so that's kind of what I wanted to do today. Not exactly what I wanted to get done, but that's one step in the process, I guess. I'm going to have to slowly configure these things. I guess I could solve that problem easily by just creating another channel. And just fixing this problem. So I know that this chest needs to be the extract into this chest. So I can get rid of this one. Set this one to an insert. And get rid of this one. And set it to a extract. And get rid of this. We don't need it. Now it'll still work, but it'll work differently. So these are on different channels, so it shouldn't work. But this will be your input chest, and this will be your output chest. So let's try some more ore. Do we have any more? We have some copper ore. Let's just try that and make sure everything is flowing smoothly. And then we can work towards our upgrades. So Invar is going to be nickel and iron. And we already have some other Invar. And we can go up here and set this guy. Should be 1 nickel to 2 Invar, or 2 iron, and that'll produce Invar for us. And I want all this disabled for now. That way we don't have to worry about it going someplace we don't want it to. Okay. So that's done, and we're looking pretty good. Okay, so we're getting our Invar, and our Invar is going to be used to upgrade our machines, because we are going to need some upgrades. Alright, so the upgrades for these require Invar, bronze gear. Okay. Bronze. Oh, that's something else we're going to need. And how do we get bronze? Bronze is from copper and tin. So that's something we're also going to need to grind up. Or actually, we don't need to grind up. We can make it copper and tin. So I bet it'll work this way with 2 copper and 2 tin. So if we split this up, we should get bronze this way. And we don't need much bronze, so I think one of the first machines I'm going to fix is I'm going to upgrade the Induction Smelter. We have enough power for this thing, so getting 4 bronze is exactly what we're going to need. Okay, so back to the upgrades. So, bronze. And we're going to need Invar. And that's going to get our first upgrade. And that's a Hardened Upgrade. And we're going to slap that on this guy. So this is going to go a little bit faster. It's going to require a bit more power. But we're going to need that. The next tier upgrade is going to require Electrum and Silver gears. I'm pretty sure I have Silver. But the only issue is getting the Electrum. The Induction Smelter recipe is Silver and Gold. So that should be easy enough. I do have plenty of silver and gold. So what I'm going to do is I should have enough of this to be able to put some silver and gold in here to be able to upgrade this even more. And I shouldn't need too much. I think 4 actually might get us to our next upgrade. Let's see, will that work? Like, can we get a silver gear out of here? Oh, we're going to need Hardened Glass. So, that is going to require Steel Blend. I guess no, Hardened Glass is Pulverized Obsidian with Pulverized Lead. Okay. So, we're going to take some lead, and we're going to take some Obsidian. Ooh, we're getting low on our Obsidian. I really need to set up some kind of automation for that. Alright, and what I'm going to do is on the configuration, I'll just disable both of these settings. And I think I need to do it on this one as well. And I should be able to pulverize lead without our automation stuff working. Shouldn't interfere with this at all. There we go, yeah. And this should work a little bit. I think we only need a couple for this anyways. And our obsidian should give us 4, I think, a piece. Or 2 or something like that. As soon as this is done, I'll move it over. There we go, that's 4. I can't remember how much 1 obsidian gets me. Looks like it's a little bit slower of a process. But it still works. Still works pretty good. And as soon as we get that, we can start cooking some of this up. I think that's enough of that. Okay, and then we can throw this with a piece of lead, and that's going to start producing that glass for us. But we're going to need, like I said, obsidian for this. And there's our 2 hardened glass. I think that's all we need for our next upgrade. Right? I think that's it. Let's see. Silver, hardened glass, bam. There's our next reinforced upgrade. So, this guy is pretty fast. This guy is pretty slow. But, like I said, I'm going to continue to upgrade the Induction Smelter because I always need that really fast to be done. And like I said, we're going to need more of this, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's actually get a little bit more lead in there. And now this thing is cooking really good. It's producing quite a bit. Our other upgrade kind of goes a little bit farther than what we can actually currently do. But my plan is to get an upgrade for pretty much all these machines. So what I'm going to need, which I've already got pretty much everything. I'm going to need 2 of these. There we go. That should be perfectly fine. I think I have enough Invar. I should. And then I'm going to need some more of this, which we're working on right now. There we go. I have my last 2, and I should be good to go. There we go. Perfect. The silver gears, we're going to need 2 of those. And then, bam, I should have everything we need to make 2 of them. Perfect. Now we have upgrades that will upgrade them to as far as we can get on both of these machines. So perfect. As you can see, it does increase the power usage, but to be honest, it's so worth it because these machines are so much faster now. So when if I want to smelt this, it's pretty fast. I mean, I don't think I have to worry too much about it. Now let's go ahead and turn these back on, so that way they're ready to go, and this guy's ready to go. Sweet. So we got quite a bit done. I don't say so myself. I am slowly but surely working towards some other things we're going to need later game. So I've got my cactus going inside of a plant gatherer. It does produce some sludge, and sludge can be used to get things like clay and stuff like that. I'm not that interested in that, so I'm probably going to avoid this sludge off. I don't know if it's not really necessary, just another thing to kind of produce power, but we might look into it. But like I said, this thing is not very big. You can show the actual size of it. Just a little compact thing. It just kind of runs while I'm doing everything else, and kind of keeping things simple. Now, let's kind of get rid of this guy. Hopefully not kill my chickens. I want to grow as many of these as I can because I got an emerald from these. I don't know if I can go ahead and do it now, but let's try. Let's see. The ones that are purple, I think, are the ones that are full grown. And I got some pretty cool stuff. Look, I got a diamond from those. So, like, they're really nice. Having a hole filled of them is not a bad thing. So I'm working my way towards getting those. And the thing is, you can't automate them with any kind of crop. This guy right here, plant gatherer, doesn't work on it. You have to do it all by hand. So that's exactly what I've been doing. I've been doing it slowly but surely. Now, if you want a bunch of these seeds, you can use that to get you tons of those seeds, and it'll do a pretty good job of that. But you won't get the actual drop. So we got we got an end rod from that. What? We got an end rod. Looks like the only use for that is a wireless transmitter for... Yeah, we don't have access to that yet. I would like to get some ender pearls. If that would give me some ender pearls, that would be great. Wait, what did we got a book from that? Oh no, that's the industrial foregoing book. That's because I was trying to figure this this thing out over here. It's pretty simple though. But anyways, I'm getting pretty far in this pack. I know some people were saying I'm going pretty fast, but believe me, we haven't even touched the wither yet. So I know the wither will be pretty easy to kill, and I'll show you how easy the wither will be to kill. It will literally be so easy that you'll blink and you might miss how quick it was to kill him. But I did figure this out. This guy is producing about 33 RF per tick. And look how much energy it's actually storing. This thing will store a lot of energy. So just keep that in mind. If you just let it go by itself and you want to tap it on later, tap it for something, you totally can. And it's just going to keep gathering lightning strikes. And really we're not using that much power because, I mean, this 250 RF per tick is doing quite well for just about everything. So don't worry about that. Some other things. we might need to gather up. I'm going to take this nickel. I want to see how fast this actually is to produce. Pretty sure that we're going to start getting stuff in here almost immediately. Take a look at it. Yeah. So that's actually pretty fast. We put it in this chest, and it comes out this chest. Perfect. Wow. Okay. So some other machines that I plan on getting soon, because I'm kind of working towards environmental tech. Take a look at environmental tech, which I'm sure is going to kill our RF production once we start getting this. But I really want to get that tier 1 void ore miner controller. It does require a block of diamonds, so I'll have to go diamond mining for that. And this stuff is really what I'm trying to farm, and I need these crystals to be able to get that. So 4 of these crystals are used to make the block. It's used for pretty much everything. So you're going to need a steady supply of flint, which is easy to obtain. The lime dye, that is just some bone meal and some green dye, which we should be able to make pretty large amounts of it, but this green dye, that's the only thing that I don't have lots of. And you can get it from Biomes of Plenty plants, but I think the green dye from cactus is going to be the best bet. So that's why I have it farming over here. And of course I'm going to take all this green dye and start producing some stuff with it. I also was looking at the tier blocks to actually upgrade this thing, so the structure 1 tiers. All of this stuff is pretty easy to get, but this concrete is kind of weird. So we have a hydrator from Cyclic that we could use, or we can use a fluid transposer, which I'm probably going to use, or I think you can just place it on the ground next to water and it will harden as well. But to be able to get the actual concrete itself, it has to be put through hydrator and have water put with it. Something like that. I think that, yeah, you can't, because the actual concrete is made with black dye and all of this good stuff. So yeah, we can make tons of it. I actually want to see, I'll take a water bucket. Let's take 1 bucket and see if we can't put it with water. What happens? Let's see, I'm going to put it right here. See, does it actually change? So here's its regular form. Ah, it does. It turns right into concrete when placed next to water. So we could easily automate that setup. Really easy. We could probably do that right now, actually. Let's go ahead and take the placer. I have a placer. And I have a breaker. A block miner, I guess you could call it. So we have a block miner and a block placer. And these are really easy to make. That one's really simple and this one's really simple to make. So all you have to do for this, to automate this, is to have a block placer going right here. And have your other one right here. So this is just going to place their block. So we're going to place that concrete powder here, and this guy is going to be what's going to mine up the concrete. The only other issue that we're going to face is we need some way to get the stuff out. So we're going to need a hopper and a chest. Because this thing does not automatically pick up the blocks it mines. That is the only issue. So what we could do here is I can have a chest. Let's see. The water is going to flow regardless. So what I'm going to need to do is put a chest here. Uh-oh. Totally forgot that was in the way. I forgot I had cables down here. Hopefully I don't end up drowning. There we go, we picked up her chest. Alright, let's close all this off, because we don't need that much space. Yeah, we don't need that much room. Let's do this. There we go. Okay, so once this is placed, we need a hopper to pull the items from right here. and to go into a chest that is right here. Perfect. Alright, so let's close this off. And make sure that gets closed off as well. There we go. And now it should flow into this chest, and of course we can access the chest from back here whenever we need to. This is kind of... Actually, this ain't that great of a setup, but I'll show you what it does. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this on. So it's going to do its job. And of course, the items are going to actually go in here. As soon as everything's placed. And I can 100% guarantee it's actually going inside here. Perfect. Alright, let me turn this off. Turn this off. And I can show you the concrete's actually going inside the chest. There a better way to do this. Let's see. We got that cable in the way. There's totally a better way. Let's go ahead and take all this out. We'll just move this. We'll move it up. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason for us to have to worry about things like that. When, you know, fix it now. Don't have to worry about it. Okay. Let's just move it. Let's just put it right out of the way. So here we go. Let's build up. I think we only need a few blocks. We need our placer. We need this. Block placer. Block breaker. Right here is where we need our block to go. Here's where we need some kind of water source. I'm pretty sure. Could take this. Do a temporary thing for right now. Right here will be our hopper, and right here will be our chest. There we go. Place our hopper down here. And that should be good. We'll use a half slab here. And I think this will work just fine. Just temporary. And we'll use some half slabs. Just like that. Alright, and the half slab should easily let us get what we need out of our chest. Perfect. Place our water. Place the blocks inside here. Turn it on. Turn it on. Super simple. Super easy. And all we have to do now is make some of that concrete, because we're going to need quite a bit of it, I think. And all we're missing, I think, is black dye, but I'm going to have to go searching and kind of scavenging for black dye. I can go kill some squid. That's probably going to be one of our best ways of doing it. Like I said, I have to go find these guys and just try and kill them the best I can. That's going to be the only way to get black dye. Luckily, we have flight. But if I'm not careful, I'll fall into quicksand. This is all quicksand, by the way, at the bottom of the ocean. I know, it's so crazy. You gotta love this this mod. Or, I guess, the Biomes of Plenty is what it is. Alright, so I'm almost done. Almost done. We're working our way over here. And I'm just gonna make a bit more of the concrete. I think that's it. There we go. That's all of it. So that should last us for quite a while. And this guy is just a really simple automation. I don't have to worry about it. I just let it do its thing. Along with this, just letting it do its thing. And we should be able to, once I get enough diamonds, once I get 9 diamonds, be able to make ourselves our first, actually we need more than 9 diamonds, be able to make ourselves our first, like, ore miner. So we don't have to worry about mining ores ourselves. We can kind of let that thing go. And by that point, I might actually put this thing on a server. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I'm still debating whether or not I should put this on a server. but I probably won't even need to worry about it. But I don't know. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please remember to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and as always, thanks for watching.